Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your application. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here's a residential application. Let's go right into the dimensions. So dimensions we have here at 9 feet off the finished floor to the top edge of, the bottom edge of these beams. And then I have over here at 8'4" to the top edge of this 10 by, I think I have it at 10 by 6 beam. And that 10-inch might be important, not quite sure yet. Also, we have an 8-foot distance from this edge of the post here to the wall, and then you can see I have 8'8" to the outside edge of that, so that might be 8 inches. 8 inches here, not a 6-inch beam. Anything else here? I think that's a bit about it. We have a couple of different spaces, dining space and just reclining over here. All right, we do have a glass sliding door, goes left to right, and also they have some lighting. Now I have this set here at 23 inches from this wall to the center point there, and then from this edge here to the center point of this wire itself is at 23 inches as well. All right, let's go ahead and turn that off and look at two different options. So option one, I think this is going to be what they originally wanted, is to have some heaters off of this beam over here. So these are 4,000 watt SlimLine units. I would recommend the SlimLine units above a C model just because of the clearance issue. You can take a SlimLine and make it 6 inches of clearance from this top edge of the heater to any combustible above. And so that's not an issue with that. I do have 6 inches of clearance here. Actually, I have a little bit more than 6 inches on this display here because of the fact that I tilted the heater after I made my 6 inches. So I'm probably about 7.5 inches off this edge right here. Nice thing about the SlimLine is that they do have this channel that is grooved into the top of the unit itself, and that allows you to slide these brackets for mounting purposes. So you can slide them left and right here to match up your rafter or beams that go across. And there is a limitation about how far you can move that, but that should not be an issue with this. I do have these beams at I believe 18-inch centers. It could be 16-inch centers, and that'd be fine. Do have them at 6 inches tall, so you'd have to move this one to the left and that one slightly to the left to get your direct placement, which is center between this inside edge of the beam and this inside edge of the beam there. All right, you can see that there's a table that seats 6, and I should mention over here I did the same thing with regards to the heater, centered it, and the angle, all that is exactly the same, 30-degree angle. Should also mention, when you place the bracket up on the ceiling here, going straight down, you can make your 30-degree angle, as opposed to if you angle it off of the beam here, you can only go with a maximum 45-degree angle, basically, from straight out from the edge of the beam there. So that's why I have it on the ceiling. And I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. Here we go. And you can see with this degree angle here, we're not capturing the outside edge of the seating over here. However, everything else seems to be very well captured, just this edge right here. We could lower this slightly to go to a less than 30-degree tilt. Let's go ahead and just do that for a minute here. I'm going to move it. Let's just go with 10 degrees less, so that would be a total of 20 degrees from straight down. And let's see what that looks like. Again, the coverage is kind of important here, so we can see that we're getting that fairly decently. And you may want to keep this one here at 30 degrees and that one at 20. And let's go ahead and look at the clearances. So I don't have this clearance proper here. Let's see if I can grab that and do that real quickly. It'll be off the center point here. And oops. And we'll go with the 20 here. So with that clearance there is met on all four sides at the 20-degree tilt. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the other option. The other option would be an option 2. Let me just turn this off here, and this for a moment, and go with the, sorry about that. Option 2 would be placing 2 units centered within the span here, and all the clearances and stuff like that are the same, 6 inches from the top. Again, moving the brackets back and forth to meet up with the joists up here, and going straight down to the ground. Let's go ahead and see what the footprint of heat looks like. You can see here it gets a little bit better even coverage from, from this seating position to this seating position. However, over here we're not very well covered, so if you were to choose something like this, you might move this probably a 15-degree tilt to the left here, and you'd get a much better coverage on this side here. However, you can see here we're getting better coverage with regards to this position here. However, if you're standing or sitting up high, the ray is a direct ray. It does bend and stretch slightly, but this is the optimum footprint of heat with a 4,000 watt unit. So the only other way to mount something is to go perpendicular to the residential structure here to get a further throw left to right, but that would also mean that you'd have to remove some of the lighting, as well as the heater would end up being lower, because then your point of contact is going to be over here, your point of clearance is going to be over here, and then that heater has to be level. So not something I would suggest, and you're not going to get the total coverage from left to right doing that. So you'd have to have 3 units in order to make the same footprint of heat or similar footprint of heat. So I think this one here is decent. Probably my recommended. You can see that that this is an entry exit point, so the chairs are pushed to the left here a little bit from the structure, and you get a little bit better coverage evenly throughout the span here. And then again, maybe changing this to a 10-degree, 15-degree tilt towards the seating position here. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, please send your information to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not promote us unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we truly appreciate you doing that. That is how we get others to find our channel as well. So thank you very much. Have an excellent day.